Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. Just to give you a sense as to how nervous I am for today's Wordle, just check up a close up of my hand. Okay. So I'm literally shaking as I type this Wordle. I'm extremely nervous. Um, this is the infamous snake. Now, I should give a shout out to Ransk and Scott because they are amazing wordlers and they have been brave enough to do this before. In fact, I think they did it in a challenge where they both agreed to start with idiom, and they both succeeded, which is incredible. Now, just a quick recap. The way this is going to work, the rules are pretty simple. I can start with whatever word I want, but then the last letter, it is like a ladder actually, but the last letter of the first word that I used must then begin the word of the next guess. And it repeats in that exact same pattern. So in effect, you're basically making sure that each new guess begins with the last letter of the previous guess. Okay? So, yeah, let's get started. I'm very, very nervous. I practiced this a tremendous number of times. You don't even want to know. I would say overall my success rate was hovering around 50%. There's just certain situations where you have no control over. So, like for instance, if she has a Q word in store for today, that'll make it extremely difficult. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I have been consistently starting, not with Slate, believe it or not, guys, but with, just looking at the board, it looks good. But with Soleil. Okay, not terrible. Now, my rationale for this was just that I felt that with Slate, you're starting off, you'd have to start with an E, and they're okay, but like, I prefer to start off with the T words because you have a lot of variety for the endings. All right, so here we go. Now, I guess getting 2 letters out of the deal is not terrible. Now, of course, I have to start with T. And there's a variety of ways that we could do this. One way would be to try to position the L and the E, but that's going to be kind of hard to do. I would prefer I think the key is really just get as many brand new letters as possible because I have found you need at least 3 blank rows to try to get the thing to unravel properly. You'll see what I mean. This is very tricky. I think thing. So let's see. We could do. I think it's either thing or touch would be okay. You also have to constantly update yourself on what the word could be because you have to. It's like chess. You have to be able to predict what that word will be far in advance. Whereas when we do the regular version of Wordle, you can kind of figure out the word maybe even at the last minute. Here, you have to be able to get it as soon as possible so that you have enough runway to finish it off and get those necessary words where you have to obey this pattern. All right. Touch. So let's see here. So obviously I would begin with H. I haven't hit enter yet. Okay, good. I just want to double check that would be a good word to use. I mean, yeah, it could be, let's see here. Could it be CL? Sure, it could be like clone. Yeah, I think those are good letters to use. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed. Obviously, we're not going to get anything out of the T, but a couple more vowels I think will be useful. Oh, geez. Okay. I'm telling you guys, this thing is very hard. All right, so now we have to get an I in there. And again, before I put anything in, I mean, we will have to start it with an H. We've got to ask ourselves what this thing could be, okay? Even if you have a few guesses, it's worth it just to try to see if you can, get the necessary letters to make it work. So Soleil touch. Oh, this is tricky. We will begin it with H. What could this word be right now? Let me erase this just so it's not distracting me. All right, so, shoot. Okay, thankfully it's not an ER word because we don't have an E in the 4th position. So that's actually somewhat reassuring. What kind of things could this thing be? Well, thankfully it doesn't begin with a Q. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, you got to already start thinking about some potential words. I brought plenty of coffee with me, guys, because I think this could be a long one. Um, let's get that. Okay, I think the I will be very handy. I mean, it could be plier. There's the first one that comes to mind, plier, like a pair of pliers. So you could have plier and you could have flyer. So those are looking interesting. So I think we would probably want to try to get the P in there for sure and the R. So, hmm. And by the way, this is where you have to also be sort of inventive. And even if you have no clue if the word even exists, you have to try it. You'd be surprised. Some of them kind of do work. So herps would be pretty cool. I don't know if that would be a word though, but it would be great to get the IR and P in there. No, it's not. Um, shoot. I mean, well, let's think about the prospect of this being a Y. Because then another word that comes to mind could be like hymns. We would test 3 new letters that way. That's the other annoying thing about this, guys, is you're really only at some point just testing like 3 letters at a time instead of the full 5. So, what are the prospects of this being with a Y? So we've got the flyer, plier. Oh, goodness. Flyer, plier. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. I could do hyper. I could do hyper. That would at least test for the Y and doesn't reposition the P, but we get the R in there, which I think would be useful. So I think I can do hyper, and that will help me to determine if we would have the plier. Oh my God. I think Tracy watched my video yesterday and she thought, you know what? Let's make sure that we can make Art fail on his snake. Now, by the way, guys, if I can sense that this is not coming together, I will probably want to use, oh shoot, this is really a disaster. Um, shit. I will probably pull the cord and I will have to just suspend the challenge and just try to preserve the streak. So, oh my goodness, what are we looking at here? I mean, we have dumped a lot of letters, though, to be fair, but there's still a ton left, and it's going to be extremely tricky. Now, R, fortunately, is a decent word to start with, but at this point, you absolutely have to have a fairly crystal clear idea of what your word is going to be. Oh shoot, okay. We really didn't look to see the E at the end. Okay. So it could be IDGE, but then what would that give us? Um, we've had, have we had midge? Oh, hang on, midge. Shit. Um, I forget if we had midge. Oh, that's frustrating. Um, yes, we have. Okay, we've had midge. However, I'm also looking at maybe binge. We haven't had binge. That's actually looking pretty damn good. All right, let's think about this. Okay, if we can be certain that it's binge, then we might. Oh, it's not going to be binge. We have an L. Okay. Oh, I'm being really stupid. We have an L and an E. Well, the other approach we could do here, guys, is we could let's just put the L and the E somewhere that makes sense. Now we could, of course, try LE. Let's see what that could be. Oh, interesting. Oh, now this would be very interesting. This would be very, very kind of like, I guess, sort of thematic. But I see Bible. I see Bible. I couldn't possibly imagine that they would want to remove that. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, today is Good Friday, so Bible would be very interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need another vowel, the I, of course. So Bible is interesting. Now let's just see if there's anything else that fits the LE structure. Bible though, wow. Exile. Oh my goodness, exile. Oh wow. So we have Bible and exile. Yep. We have Bible and exile. I think I have, with the 3 rows, I have enough runway to make that work. I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, we're banking on Bible and exile. And there's got to be some others here that we have to be very careful about. Exile. Oh my gosh, that would be a sneaky one. Oh, guys, I definitely feel this could be a 15 to 20-minute video, so please enjoy the struggle. This is a good one, okay? This is a good one. So now, hopefully I didn't overlook too much. Hopefully I didn't overlook too much. So now we have to just see where else we could put this. I mean, we could do, yeah, I mean, we could do, yeah, it could be an E word other than exile, right? If we could do, oh, shoot. It could be elide. Well, I think we'll be able to figure that out through the exile, hopefully. It could be elide. I'm a little nervous to check others, to be quite honest, because I feel like we've already got, our work cut out for us. Jiminy. Okay. Oh, it's so nerve-wracking, this is, guys. I'm starting to see, we could have like let's try these things here. So could it be, let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I see glide. Oh my God. Glide. Okay. All right, so that's enough. I feel like we've got our work cut out for us. So we've got glide, elide. Yeah, we've got glide, elide, exile, and Bible. This is going to have to be like literally my most strategic word ever. So what could we do here? Let's think about rebel. Okay, let's think about rebel. I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough. But if the B lights up, then I think we hopefully could go with Bible. In which case I'm going to have to, oh my goodness, then I have to have a word that starts with L and ends with B. which is going to be very tricky. To finish off with Bible. I'm very tempted, guys, just to abort this challenge and just try to solve this thing. This is unbelievably hard. Really, really hard, because I just have too many options left and I can't get all of them out of this R word, I don't think. I could do rigid. Let's think about that. Okay, hang on. Let's think about this rigid. It's still going to be tough. Okay. With rigid, I could get Bible, because then we could do dweeb and then finish with Bible. So what would tell me if it's Bible, I guess, is if the I lights up and obviously nothing else. The G would help me get glide. But then I'm going to be in trouble with, and then I guess the D alone would be allied, and then I should be able to figure out, then exile would be the only last one. Oh, well, I still have 2 guesses left. Okay, we'll try rigid. Oh, okay. So, oh no. So now I have to, so it should be glide. Oh my God. But now I have to do a word beginning with D and ending in G. Oh, debug. Debug. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, it's not glide. It's not glide. Guys, I almost made a fatal error. There's no I. So what is this word? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So we have GLED. It's one that I didn't even consider. Oh my God. Okay, so we've got GELD. Interesting. So it's going to only have the E as its main vowel. Oh God, the thing I think I can get this. The thing I'm most nervous about is what the answer begins with. If I can get the D to end with that I'm very scared about. I hope it actually begins with G. That would be great. Oh, ledge. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just see here. I think it could be ledge. We haven't had ledge. Everything matches up. Let me just double check. LEDGE. I mean, I can't see anything else that it could be. So with ledge, we could do devil. I'd like to do maybe something else just to just to be sure, in case I have to pull the ripcord, just to be sure if at least I might fail the puzzle, the challenge rather, but still solve it. So if it's ledge, actually having the E there would be pretty good. What do I have to, I have to have this thing, okay. How about decal? Oh, I don't think it'll really matter. That at least that E would be in the right position, and then I think we're all set. So let's just double check. So I think I've done this all set. Soleil, touch, hyper, rigid, decal, ledge. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the moment of truth. We got it, guys! We got it! That's like my best howl ever. Oh my God. Yes, I know it was a 6. Yes, I know it was ugly. Yes, I know that took me about 15 to 16 minutes. Oh my gosh, we got it, guys, though. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that is. Watch this. It's kind of cool. So if you take this entire left column, the THRDL, and move it up, it matches exactly on the right. We did it. Oh my gosh. Soleil ends in T. Touch begins with T. Touch ends in H. Hyper begins with H. Hyper ends in R. R begins with rigid. Rigid ends in D. D for decal. L for ledge. Oh my God, we got it. And that is a tough one with that double E. Double E. Speaking of which, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for tomorrow's challenge? Now, I would say it's definitely going to be a tiny notch below this one because again, look at my hand, how nervous I was, okay? So here's the deal. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a step down, whereas I would say this was like level, like a 12 out of a 10. I think tomorrow we can scale it back to about a 7. Ledge is the perfect segue to tell you exactly what tomorrow's challenge is going to be. So as always, just give me a second to move this aside. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did it. That was insane. I can't wait to see how you guys did. I feel like that is going to be very tricky. But as always, it just depends on, what word you start with, right? Okay. So tomorrow is going to be the challenge Double Trouble, okay? So every single word that you use must have 2 letters, 2 of the same letters, okay? Like ledge, 2 E's, okay? You can use more than one word that uses that same 2 letters. So for instance, you could do ledge and then you could do hedge. That's totally fine, okay? And of course, the answer does not have to necessarily have the 2 letters because you can't force the answer to be of that type. So if you basically start off with the first word and you got a hole in 1, but it wasn't a double letter, you would not fail the challenge. That's not your fault, okay? However, everything leading up to the answer must be double letters, okay? As you can see in this example that I have here, where I actually ended up getting it in 6, okay? But you can see, guys, right? Every single one of my answers includes 2 of the same letter. If you want to use 3, that's fine, but I think 2 will be enough. Well, there you have it, guys. I can't believe it. I think I can go to sleep tonight in peace, feeling really good. That was unbelievably difficult, but we survived another day. And of course, yes, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.